But when we go out and project our consciousness into a community, what happens? We allow our peace and harmony by making the simplest things very relevant. We allow our peace and harmony to be the peace and harmony of this entire community. You understand what I'm saying? But enlightenment is in the vacuum. It's about us becoming a clique and us just being deep. Fuck everybody else. This is the mentality that these individuals have. We safe. Forget them. That ain't no enlightenment. That's greed and selfishness under another title. The issue with capitalism is the greed and selfishness. Not the Illuminati. Not our fear of the Illuminati and white secret societies. But the very immediate recognition of greed and selfishness that we see in capitalism. When this person's mama ain't got nothing to eat in the house and this person just bought a new pair of Jordans. That's not our anger with Alan Greenspan.
That's true.
That's our anger with the very manifestation of greed and selfishness and lack of concern for the greater whole of our people shown in how an individual directs their resources. But they hide that behind some great economic scheme. And it's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. Because the white man can play with money in their community and do all they want to do. We do not care. The white man can have 50,000 banks in his neighborhood. He can have more banks than hospitals, than health food stores. We don't care. We don't care about world economics as it relates to the Europeans' monetary reality. We care about the extremes amounts of selfishness and greed within our own community that has been keeping us down. You understand what I'm saying? If we was all eating good, we wouldn't get a paper to see what was on the stock markets not one day in our life. Who cares? If they want to sit and play on computers with digits and scales and keep gambling, because that's all it is, gamble. They rolling dice. You got everything, but now we got everything. Let's go back and gamble it again. The white man's still in power when it's over with. They say it's a recession. That means these white people going out of power and those white people are coming in power. It's a gambling game. And they going to help their white brethren back in. Well, we going to gamble with y'all again. Procter & Gamble. Listen. They saying we're going to gamble again. It's just we roll the dice and now Europe is in and Americans is out.
Right.
We don't want y'all out the game. Fuck it, let's gamble again. We'll gamble again. Now Europe is out and the euro dollar goes down and American. They just rolling dice. And no matter which one of them go up and which one of them go down, we are not going to have any of it because we're not even in the real dice game. Right. We just cleaning the dice off. We work in the dice manufacturing company for minimum wage. And they playing a dice game with one another, so we don't care about their damn dice game. We're concerned about the selfishness and the greed that not allows us to become a powerful force to become reckoned with within our own community. That is our concern. This is not an economic theory, but it's a tangible thing. We don't have one community center, and everybody in that community got a Lexus.
That's true.
We could have bought it. That's not our issue with Alan Greenspan and the United States Treasury. That's our issue with the greed and selfishness within our own community. The misprioritization of the black human life force and energy for an aim that does not work for itself. And why do I say that? Because they're still in our community with 5 Lexuses. In our community, in our very neighborhood that has nothing, and they've got 5 Lexuses. Think about that. That's a misprioritization of energy as it relates to our community. The white man won't even let you do that. If you're going to get elected, you're going to give him $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
So he makes sure that whatever great you want in his territory, he got to come out.
That's right.
His people got to come out. With us, fuck us. Forget your very own community. You can just ball all out of control. Forget the community that you live in. You ain't got to pay no taxes to no black nation, nothing. And the white man can come rape us because we don't even have a war chest. Have we not allowed this to go on? The white man don't allow that to go on within his own community. Which is why he stay in power. He makes sure everything that every human individual do works for him. If you drive down the street, you need a ticket. You need registration. You need insurance. Everything you do, even if you park, you got to pay him. To keep him as an army, as a world power. But you ain't got to give nothing to your own people. But the characteristics of selfishness, give us that. Give us the behavior paradigm and pattern of selfishness. That's what we want. Thank you. We get to see how we can constantly succeed at being the most selfish people that has ever existed. And I want to say that black people are the most selfish people in the world.
I agree.
We think because we're poor, we're not selfish. But our poverty is because of our selfishness. Because we won't give none back to ourselves and really nobody else. The white man is so powerful. He controls everything and then gives as a strategy to maintain a certain level of power. We have nothing. And we won't give shit to nothing or nobody. Nothing. That's selfish. We won't set up not one humanitarian service for our community. The churches might give out a little something here and there, right?
Right.
But even that string's attached. Because they giving money for other institutions, and that's a validation system to prove that they are helping people, so you got to sign all this up. So that ain't even for the people.
Tax write-off.
Come on.
There you go. There you go.
So that's still the government giving. They ain't gave you nothing. They writing that shit off. I ain't make sure I ain't giving you shit, man. Come on now, give me your ID. Don't make this like I gave you something. It's Uncle Sam. So if you writing, you gonna get this back. What the hell did you give me?
Get it back.
You ain't gave one act of giving in your damn life ever. But when the link office give us something, what are they getting back? The government assistance? Nothing. For people who live off welfare, it's a possible chance that they're never going to get absolutely nothing back from them. But a sense of we're doing something for the people. So my point is that the selfishness within our community has to change. We have to come out of the selfish mentality that we have. And not selfishness just in capitalism, but the selfish orientation of even our quest for knowledge and information. Because a portion of our enlightenment is seen in our behavior. It's seen in our giving. It's seen in us contributing to the higher vision of the well-beingness of our entire community. If we don't have a vision for the well-beingness of our entire community, we're not enlightened. There are no enlightened beings that do not have vision for peace and harmony and prosperity for their people. That's a fact. There are no enlightened beings that don't have that. So if we don't have that, we are not enlightened. But to us, enlightenment means selfishness. It's something you get as an individual. It's something you somehow gain. No, it's something that you experience in with your interfacing with others. Wherever you see peace, it's only because they're enlightened individuals. Mm-hmm. Whenever you see compassion, it's only because there are some enlightenment in individuals. And when you see murder, kill, it's because those individuals lack enlightenment. How else can we see enlightenment? Some individual sitting somewhere meditating? Is that enlightenment? If that individual could be helping do something for a larger community, then that's unenlightenment. Because the children are starving. People are dying within our own community, and you sitting on the floor meditating by your damn self. How the hell is that enlightenment? Enlightenment taking you above into self-realization, going beyond the ego, should bring you to a place of great compassion, of great giving. How can you be selfish and realize yourself as the all? That's impossible. If you was really enlightened, that would have to bring you into a level of non-attachment. Because what would there to be attached to if you realize yourself as the bigger picture? If you realize yourself as being one with the all, a sense of connectedness to everything, how could you be selfish? Realistically. How could you? But what people are calling enlightenment is selfishness. Not enlightenment at all. It's the desire to be deeper, to be more intelligent, to be smarter, to be better, and to be set apart from others. That ain't enlightenment. Enlightenment is realizing yourself as the others. Enlightenment is realizing yourself as the other. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Dropping the B from brother and realizing yourself as the other. That's enlightenment. Not deeper than the other, smarter than the other, but as the other. The reflection of self. You see yourself reflected in others, connected to everything. You seeing your consciousness in all. That means you seeing the all as the manifestation of your consciousness. So enlightenment is seeing yourself as the other. How can you be selfish as the other is you? Given to the other is given to you. Being greater than the other is trying to be greater than you. Trying to eat more than the other, you'll ultimately be hungrier than the other. Because the other is you. The other is us. That's enlightenment. You think we studied our black history to just have some historical quotes on how great we were in the past? Our history is supposed to unify us as a people. To realize that we are all one and the same. We have one source, one origin, one mother, one father. So we begin to more realize that those people are us. Not those people don't know who Malcolm X is. Is that why we got knowledge to say you don't know who Shaka Zulu is? The reason we got knowledge is so we know who they are. And that they are us. And that they are our nation, and they are our people, and this is our nation, and this is our people as a whole. And our knowledge of that makes us put it together in a way where we function and act as is that. And our enemies are unable to destroy us out of that reality, that realization. For some, self-realization have become selfishness realization. because self is not being realized. About to go heavy.